We're back looking at cryptocurrencies currently. Would appear XLM interacting with support. We have Bitcoin and Ethereum also. In addition, here in the crypto sphere, we have CryptoStat, an entity soon to launch a nano satellite strapped to a Falcon 9 SpaceX rocket. As you mentioned, XLM here interacting with support down below 11 cents. We are looking for continued bullish interaction with it as we, anticipate continued, sideways here and or downside in the, immediate short term or midterm with bearish robos in play. We are, watching out for two of our chosen three robo advisors becoming bullish, so we can invest that 50% engineering robo based investment ratio. You were able to invest 20% at my support level back on the 12th of May there. At the moment, that is still support until confirmed otherwise. 30% can be invested into XLM when daily candles find themselves opening and closing above this descending trend line, which we will, extend here as necessary. We go with the flow of crypto and we watch out for engineering robo. If we fail to hold 11 cents and say daily candles are opening and closing beneath it, we can anticipate continued interaction toward 8 cents, the strongest horizontal level waiting for us. Currently, 17 cents is resistance overhead. That is where we are watching out for in any sort of upward price action that we, may experience in the immediate short term if this bounce were to play out. So far, a very bullish interaction has occurred with lows near 10 cents. So far, support has been found at 11 cents. And, a move upward here in the short term would not be impossible for us. When two of our chosen three robos become bullish again, we can begin, accumulating more comfortably and anticipate interactions potentially similar to, previous bullish confirmations. 65% in gains after bullish robos back in July of 2021. 38% in upside in October of last year. And we even have a tremendous downside here we were saved from back in November of 2021. Bearish robos in play saved us from 50% in downside that followed into the beginning of this year. And most recently here, we have been saved from a dramatic 48% correction ever since the beginning of April. So we just go with the flow of crypto and we watch out for engineering robo. We always wait for the confirmations no matter the situation. Let me know down below your thoughts on XLM though. So if all goes to plan, the SpaceX rocket launch in Florida will blast a crypto satellite into low Earth orbit, paving the way for secure blockchain-related cryptography in space. CryptoSat, as the name hints, is the company which created Crypto One, a crypto satellite module hitching a ride aboard the Falcon 9 rocket for SpaceX's Transporter 5 mission. The blockchain satellite technology has already been trialed on the International Space Station, with a quote reading, "We are basically joining the Uber of spaceflight," says the co-founder of CryptoSat. The Crypto One satellite is a coffee mug-sized module created using over-the-counter parts. In space, it will provide a physically unreachable and tamper-proof platform from which blockchain and ledger applications can be launched. A quote from the co-founder of CryptoSat reads, "There's a lot of need for this. If we're looking into protocols, especially in Web3, there are whole financial systems and smart contract systems, kind of digital legal agreements that depend on the trustworthiness of the cryptography behind it. We've seen a great boom in blockchain technology in the recent years, and we can provide these services out in space. What we hope is to be able to service the blockchain industry and provide these modules that everyone can count on with a level of security that is unprecedented." Bridging the gap between what people are used to in terms of fast internet communication and the constraints of space is an ongoing effort which started with a series of experiments the firm conducted on the International Space Station earlier this year. We are already in the stages of planning the next satellite, hopefully aiming for the end of this year, there's a lot to do, such as continuing to upgrade the software platform. And finally, we want to build really great APIs to provide things like signing NFTs in space, provide things that are not only enterprise backend applications, but also very useful for consumers, and then enable them to build financial infrastructures on top of this constellation of trusted satellites. And so find this article in the description. Lots going on here in the crypto sphere, it would appear. Quickly covering Ethereum here, it would appear, as we all know, bearish robos all the way back in April have saved us from this crippling correction that has occurred. 39.5% in downside has followed after bearish robos were confirmed back in April there, and we are just patiently waiting for the return of bullish parameters for us to begin comfortably accumulating Ethereum here. At the moment, continued sideways and or downside in the immediate short term to midterm may play out until we can solidify support and recover and find our way back upward and let the euphoric hundreds of percentages in gains continue. I do believe any sort of downside or continued sideways that does occur for us moving forward is rather healthy for the longer term uptrend that is in play. So going with the flow of crypto and watching out for the confirmations during this highly volatile situation. If you were able to invest at my current technically support level, $1,933 per Ethereum, you are sitting on 3.8% in upside. We are waiting for continued bullish interaction with this level, in my opinion, for me to begin comfortably considering it as support. At the moment, we are just watching out for continued confirmations and bullish parameters to be met. Resistance overhead $2,151 will be giving us a hard time locally. $2,320 will be the more significant resistance level waiting for us. And down below, $1,687 is there if we do continue any sort of downside. 20% can be invested in at support once that has been further determined. 50% can be invested when two of our chosen three robos return to a bullish state. Then we can perhaps anticipate 80% in upside, like back in July of last year there, 38% in gains like in October. We've been saved from this correction, as we mentioned. Bearish robos back in November of last year saved us from 46% in downside as well. And then once we have daily candles finding themselves above this descending trend line here, we can invest that remaining 30% into Ethereum whenever that may be. We just go with the flow of crypto and we watch out for Robo. Looking at Bitcoin here, it would appear, continued sideways above my key level. $28,422 per Bitcoin is at the moment some nice support down below waiting for us if we were to continue ourselves downward. I'm looking for further bullish interaction with it before I begin, heavily investing at that support level. Technically, since we are in the soon-to-be-revealed fear zone here, we are suggested to be accumulating Bitcoin while we can. So you can use my support levels here to accumulate Bitcoin with a longer-term uptrend in mind, though as a trader, we are looking for further confirmations before jumping in at these levels. Resistance overhead waiting for us at $34,655 if we were to continue ourselves upward here in the immediate short term, suggested by this early bird robo advisor that has come into play. We are waiting for a second robo to become bullish to allow for comfortable accumulation. 50% will be invested when we have two of our chosen three robo advisors becoming bullish. Technically, this is a robo that can only print a bullish suggestion, so waiting for bearish confirmations would require our only other two of our chosen three robos to become bearish. The early bird is used to determine potentially higher risk entries in anticipation of short-term upside that may play out. Although, like I mentioned, we would need that second bullish robo to anticipate any sort of continued gains moving forward. And we can invest that remaining 30% when we find ourselves above this descending trend line. Here in the fear zone, we are suggested to begin accumulation, as this does suggest a nice range of prices to be buying Bitcoin with a longer term uptrend in play. This is our third interaction with the fear zone since our technically most recent interaction with the FOMO zone all the way back in 2017, roughly 2018. When we interact with the FOMO zone, we may trade up within it. Though interaction with it does suggest eventually we will exit the FOMO zone, where we can then anticipate interaction toward that fear zone here. So far, since our most recent fear zone interaction back in 2020, Bitcoin has experienced roughly 10x in upside, and we have yet to see that FOMO zone, which is sitting near $188,000 per Bitcoin. It is increasing slowly here, but surely. We do anticipate, interaction toward that level. We will trade within the fear zone for however long that we need to, but right now, this is just a nice range to be accumulating Bitcoin technically, and then once we are in that FOMO zone, you will be heavily suggested to consider taking profits and selling some of your position. While extreme FOMO will be present and many will be buying up at this level, someone has to buy the top. Hopefully not yourself, because you're buying here during times of extreme fear, and you'll go, oh no, when there's FOMO, you listen to Robo and take profit. But let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto. Thank you so much for hearing my analysis, and tune in for the next one.